Hello everyone, it's 626 Games here. Today we're going to be checking out a new game to the channel called Factory Town. Now I had plans to play something else tonight and that's not really working out, so I decided instead of getting all upset, I'm just going to play something that I know I enjoy. We're going to play a really chill game. This is basically Factorio, but it's safe. Safe, chill, and fun. We're going to leave everything default. We're not even going to think much about it. We're just going to hop right in. A Factory Town is, like I said, it's kind of like Factorio-based games where, you gather resources, turn those resources into something else. And we're going to start in the middle of this field here with just 4 villagers. Now, what makes this game so chill, so simple, is it's really easy, or it can be difficult. It can be as simple as having villagers going and picking something up and bringing it to your main building. Which is what we're going to do with these first 3 things. We're going to gather wheat, stone, and lumber. Bring them to our main town center here, while we just kind of take a look at what the rest of the map has to offer. Like this cotton down here. We'll go ahead and click on this cotton, and also bring that. So there's a lot of natural resources that just spawn in around us. We got apples, more cotton, we have carrots here, more carrots. And then we have coal all the way down here. Yeah, there's the apples. So right now, we're just kind of bringing stuff very slowly, one by one, into our main town center. Let me adjust that audio just a little bit. There we go. That way I'm not shouting over the music. Now, if we want more villagers, down here, space number 1, worker. If for some reason this stuff gets taken out of your hotbar down here, we're going to go down here to build, worker. Now, each worker is going to make 1 population. It costs 5 coins. We have 20 coins, but we do not have any capacity for more workers. So the first thing we're actually going to have to build are our houses. Now your first houses, and actually I don't think houses have any requirements at all. Doesn't look like they do. But we don't want them too close, because people need a little bit of room to move around. But they do want to be connected to a road. So we're going to build those 4 houses, and then this little footpath. Now they're all connected to here, but that doesn't really do us anything for the houses. It does do us good for the town center though, because we need those houses to level up in order to level up our town center. And the way that we're going to level up the houses is by providing them with materials. Now currently, we can't do any of that. So we're going to go over here to the tech level, and it tells us we need 20 planks in order to advance to the next tech. And for that we're going to need 20 wood and 5 stone. Currently we have 14 wood. So I'm going to relocate these 2 that are doing food and cotton to also do wood, because right now in the beginning wood is the most important thing, and we're just going to let them go for just a minute while I take a drink. Now we should be just about where we need to be, which is 5 stone, 20 lumber, or 20 wood to build the lumber mill, which we're going to build relatively close to the trees themselves. And another path. Gotta select the recipe, of course. Planks. Now, as soon as they get wood, they will automatically make planks. So we're gonna have to adjust the drop off to the lumber mill itself. Now when you place the building, it does automatically come with the one villager, but if you want them to work faster, you can add more workers here. But right now, we don't even have enough input to match what we can currently produce, so no sense in adding any more villagers just yet. We can add more gatherers in, though. So we'll get some more wood, more stone, and we'll continue gathering the wheat. It's going to be good to have a whole bunch of that here in just a little bit. But right now we need the 20 planks. We're about halfway there. Now it is full, so if we want to continue to gather planks, we're going to need to take one of our workers. Now let's take one of the stone ones. And we're going to pick up planks and drop them off here, because this one can only hold 10. And in the beginning we're going to be relying a lot on our individual workers to move stuff around for us. And our input is actually higher than our output now, so when we have some more money, we'll hire some more workers and put them in here. But for now we don't have any coin. And the coin we're also going to earn by supplying goods to our villagers. And we can do this tech. And we've unlocked a whole bunch of buildings. Food market, school, general store. We have new research available, masonry and woodworking, basic logistics, grain processing, and civics level 1. Unlocked a whole lot with just that first one. But most importantly, what we unlocked is this food market right here. It needs to be placed next to a road, and that circle needs to cover your houses as well. So we're actually going to place it relatively close to everything for now. Right here. Then we're going to take you, and we're going to take all this wheat that we had picked up and just drop it off here. And then when that's empty, we'll go back to gathering, except instead of dropping it off at our town center, we're going to bring the wheat directly to the food market. And you see he's running back and forth. Every time he drops one off, he sells it to one of these houses. And now we can build more workers. I'm going to do 2 workers for this carrots up here, and we're going to bring the carrots right here. And then we'll do another one right here. Now they can only take so much of a certain product, and you can actually check under their inventory what they have. And right now this house, they're full on grain. Most of them are. If you look up in the top right, you'll get a quick look at their inventory and their other stats, such as their level, XP, happiness. Now we ran out of grain here, so we'll switch you back to that one. These guys don't have anything to do because this is continuously full. So let's get them to drop off everything they have, and we'll get them an actual job. I'm going to go and pick up these apples all the way down here and deliver them here. Okay. Things are moving along pretty quickly. We've already got our next population level increase. So now we have 4 more houses that we can build. And I'm going to go ahead and just build them with 1 space. And we'll see why I'm leaving the 1 space later on. That will come into effect later. But for right now, just 1 space and build another road, because the houses need to be next to a road and it needs to be facing the road. Our upgrade is ready because enough houses have reached happiness. And upgrading this is just going to increase our town center's capacity and range. So it can affect a much wider area. Now anything within the town center will be getting bonuses later. We haven't unlocked any of that quite yet. So the next thing we're going to work on are wooden wheels and stone bricks. We've probably already unlocked both of those buildings. Or have we? School, lumber mill, well, and crate. Ah, that's right. So we need research points to do down here in the bottom left corner. We actually have the research, but we need research points to unlock those. And for those, we're going to need to build the school. The school works quite like the marketplace does. It needs to be within range and directly off of the road. See, those houses are all blue when it's right here. You move it here, it's not affecting them. So we'll leave 1 space in between those buildings and pop the school here. And the school is going to need paper. It can accept all of these, but right now, paper is the only thing we can make. And we make that inside the lumber mill. But paper is also going to need another ingredient besides wood. So I'm actually going to move this to the other side. Because we're going to build our lumber mill right next to the water, so that we have a supply of water. Now you'll know that it can access the water because you see it all turn blue right there. That means it can access all of that water. We'll put it on this side. We're going to select paper. And now again we need to make some workers so that we can deliver the lumber, and then we can bring paper to here. And we'll just put a little path. There we go. So now they can go directly to the school. And we're going to need quite a few research points before we can do any of these. 25 for each, masonry and woodworking. Best way to speed that up at this point would probably be to just add more workers delivering, because they have the farthest journey to make to the school. Now the school again will fill up eventually if you just bring it nothing but paper over and over, because they can only use so much at a time. And the way we're going to look in there is under education. You can see how much is being generated from the paper. And if it starts to get too much, it will start filling up in here in the inventory. It'll actually tell you consumption time for each piece of paper is 10 seconds per house. So once you're bringing in more than that, it'll start to fill up with paper, and you won't need to worry about producing as much. There's no sense in producing more than you can use, basically, is what I'm saying. Added a couple workers into here. I think this will be pretty sufficient for now. New research is available. We can go ahead and do masonry. And woodworking, we're going to need a little bit more coin. So let's work on the masonry. Stone mason needs 40 stone. And we can build a couple more workers. And now the worker capacity will automatically go up as these level up as well, I believe. Another way to raise your population level is with happiness. Happiness goes up by supplying more goods to your people. So we just got 4 more capacity for houses. Now we're not going to build here because building it here will automatically place it on platforms. And when it does that, it won't actually be connected to the road. See how the road is all selected over here, but the road's not selected here because it's considered one elevation up. So we're just going to leave this spot empty for now, and we'll put it right there instead. Later on we'll have the ability to level that out. That'll give us 10 more people that we can add, which is useful because we can now build this stonemason. For now, we're just going to set it right here because we can move this. Set the recipe for stone brick. And we're going to add 3 workers to just bring stone here. And then we'll do 1 worker. He's going to pick up the stone brick and drop it off at the warehouse. And that will give us the 20 stone bricks that we're going to need for the next tier. Then the next thing we can work on is the wooden wheels, which we're going to get from woodworking in the workshop, which we have now unlocked. Workshops build a lot of different products. For now, we're just going to pop it right here. We're going to select the wheel. And we're going to add some more input into this lumber mill because we're going to need lumber for the wheels. And we're also going to need lumber for buildings, which we can access from the town center. So we're going to need to keep delivering it to the town center. And we're almost at worker capacity, so instead of adding more workers, I'm just going to let them keep doing what they're doing for a few minutes. If we look around, once we get 500 coins, we can start unlocking new plots. We got a desert biome over here, and we have mountains up here. So I'll probably go with some of this desert first, and then up into the mountains. Because I haven't found any iron yet, and I'm guessing it's probably going to be right here in this desert. So over here we have the manna, we have some more carrots, more coal up here. The iron tends to be close to the coal as well, so there might be some iron in one of these two. This 500 coins really isn't a whole lot. Right now we're only getting 1 coin for each little piece of food that's dropped off, but that's just the base ingredients. Once we can drop off better than just carrots and stuff, we'll start getting a lot more money. we are almost to our goal of 20 bricks, and that'll allow us to do the next tech. Let's see what else we have. We have civics. That'll allow us to get more housing, but we need 200 coins for that one. And we have grain processing, which unlocks the food mill. And I believe the food mill lets us process this grain into something a little bit better. Yeah, we can make flour, which is good for 4 coins instead of just the 1. And then we can make animal feed, which the food market does not want animal feed. That is for another purpose, but we will go ahead and make flour, and we're going to intercept the workers that are bringing the flour to the market, and instead the grain to the market. Instead, they're going to bring the grain here to the food mill. And we're going to have somebody take it here instead. And that'll give us 4 coins each instead of just 1. It only takes 3 to make 4. So overall, we're making more money right there. And these have only a little bit, but if we don't touch these will regrow, I believe. Believe those ones will regrow. Now stuff like these, the carrots and stuff that are planted, those won't regrow. The cotton bushes, they will. These apple trees, they will regrow. If you harvest all of the apples off of it, see it's at 66%, it'll make 32 apples when that gets up to 100%. So you basically have infinite apples. Oh, we have the next tech level. New research, farming, forestry, boat building, kitchen, and tailor. We can build pretty much all of them. Let's go with... Oh, you know what? We can research them, not build them yet. We have farming. Obviously unlocks the farm. We have kitchen and civics. I'm going to save my coin, I think, for the kitchen, because then I believe we can turn this flour directly into bread and sell it for even more. Let's go ahead and upgrade that as well. It does cost a little bit of coin to upgrade, so I gotta watch out for that, because I did just accidentally spend all my coin. Let's go ahead and put another worker on this one. Generate that money a little quicker. So we only have room for 2 more workers. We don't have room for too many. And we don't have any kind of automation yet, so we're completely relying on workers to deliver our products. We are full on wheels, so I'm going to take you and empty your hands into the warehouse, and we're going to put wheels in the warehouse because we're going to need a whole bunch of those. Eventually we're going to be building wagons, and we will need the wheels. Now I'm waiting for 200 yellow coins so that I can research the kitchen, which I believe will allow me to make bread. There's really no rush. It's a very chill game. In fact, I'll turn the music up just a little bit. Sit back and enjoy the music for a second. Very nice. And we're almost up to the 200 that we need. It's coming in slowly. We got a little bit coming in from apples, a little bit coming in from carrots. The majority is coming in from this here, which we are going to stop them from delivering because we now have enough for the kitchen. Which I put them in the way of where I want to put the kitchen. Just pop that right next to here for now. Bread's the only thing we can do. Now for bread, you need flour as well as some sort of fuel. But then the bread sells for 12 coins a piece. So one of you guys is going to pick up that. I didn't actually select that. And then another one of you guys are going to do these logs here for fuel. You can do logs or coal. The coal does last longer, but trees you can plant directly next to the kitchen for your fuel. So that's generally what I intend to do. We're going to need one more worker now to deliver the bread. Get that bread. Drop it off here. And that should significantly increase the amount of money we're bringing in now. And I can only move one at a time, and that is one of the things that we are going to be working on soon. Looks like I'm going to need logistics, so I'm going to need to start producing something that gives me these red coins. Now it gives you a whole list of everything that gives you red coins. Currently what we are making that gives us the most red coins, and we're not really using, would be the wooden wheels, which I'm up to 50 in my warehouse. So I'm going to go ahead and stop delivering them to the warehouse for now. We're going to build a general store, pick up the wheels, and drop them off at the general store. And that'll start generating some red coin for us. Luckily for the red coin, I believe we only need 20. So we won't have to wait too long for that. But we need to unlock basic logistics and the chute. And we can start moving resources around without needing to use so many workers. Now, our goal is actually the conveyor belt rather than the chute. The chute can only move certain resources. The conveyor belt can move anything. So let's go for that one first. For that we're going to need another 40 red coins and the 50 research points. We definitely have those. So we just need to wait for the red coins. And while we're waiting on those, let's plan out a little bit of pathing. footpath here. One here. Each footpath you want to do takes 1 wood. However, later on, when we want that back, each one gives us 1 back. So we're not wasting anything by placing them. And you can remove them easily enough. Let's connect it here as well. Nice. Now we're almost to the 40 coins. But we are also going to need another workshop. Oops, I pressed the wrong button. I wanted to rotate it, and I pressed E instead. And our recipe is not available yet because we haven't researched it yet. There it is, wooden conveyor belt. Conveyor belts are critical tools for automating your town. Select wood conveyor belt, and now those need both planks and wood. Although I'm not really sure why I felt the need to make. We're just gonna target that and hit delete. So we can actually do the recipe here because they're already getting planks. Now we just need to make sure they get some wood. There we go. That's probably a better way to do it. Let's add some more workers. Oops. I just had them go and stand by the trees, didn't I? That's not what I want to do. Left. Didn't work. Let's try. Oh, I accidentally got that guy in there. There we go. There we go. A little finicky with the clicking. You gotta click that little box, not just wherever you want. But now we're starting to build up the conveyor belts. We will need to have a worker pick them up and put them in the warehouse. Otherwise, we'll only be able to hold a total of 10. And we're going to need far more than 10 of those. We have 3 now. I'm going to start with the automating here. Right now we have somebody moving a whole 2 steps when they could be better off here. Now what I like to do is I like to do these scaffold arches. And if you go up 2 spaces and build a scaffold arch, wagons and people can still move underneath here. But if I were to build a conveyor belt here, that's it. Nobody can no longer move here. So we're going to build up here. Now, if you only have one thing outputting, it will automatically select the one thing outputting. But if there are multiple objects outputting from the same building, you will have to go to the filter and set the filter yourself. Yeah, now we have saved 1 worker from having to do work, and that worker is better utilized elsewhere. Other things we can automate. These 2 right here don't need to be doing this anymore. One, 2. We actually have 3 different paths here now. This first one and the second one are all we're going to use for now, but we're going to set wooden wheels and conveyors. And now those automated forever. You are short on planks. We're going to add a couple workers here. Are you delivering planks? Yeah, you're not going to do that anymore. Instead, we're going to have 3 more people chopping down these trees. Dropping it off here. 1, 2, up. And bam. Automatic delivering of planks there as well. And if you want more, because right now we only have the 1 belt and it is kind of slow, you can build another one. Now you've just doubled it. Probably going to need to build another worker or 2. There we go. Doing pretty good. We have those automatically being brought into here. What's taking you? Oh, you don't have any wood. Okay. So 2 things I'm going to do here then. Tell all of these people to stop, because I think all of these people were just worrying about delivering from here to here. But we can put them onto this. And how many belts do we have? Normally you have everything up here, but it doesn't look like my belts are in there. 21. Okay, that's enough. 2. And then we're gonna drag and click all the way over here. And now this 1 belt is doing the same job of 5 or 6 people. So you can see how it sort of scales up. We go from people delivering to belts delivering. Soon we're gonna have wagons and we'll have faster belts. And then we get to even faster belts and bigger wagons. But your people, they're your most versatile. They don't need a road. They can move relatively quickly. They can move quicker than just 1 belt can. That's for sure. We're back up to 11. Now I could shorten the distance as well, but what I will probably do instead is add another belt. I don't think I'll have enough just yet, so I'll have to wait to finish that, but it's almost ready. And then with double the output, these guys will all have something to do again. So I can get some more houses if I get the civics. We got extra money, so let's go ahead and spend it on a couple things. One of the things that I also want to work on is forestry, because these guys are having to go pretty far over here to get trees. But what we can do, build a forester. Set the recipe to trees. And we're going to plant. Now they're 50 a piece, so they are pretty pricey in the beginning. Generally you'll want to build these closer to trees because you won't have to plant the trees and it'll just replant them. But this is where I'm going to want the forester in conjunction with this lumber mill. So I'm going to go ahead and invest, plant my trees here, and then what I'm going to be able to do is once these trees are mature, so we'll be able to just deliver directly there with that. And we won't have to have anybody bringing wood there. I really should finish this. Alright, got a nice little town going. Wait a little bit longer for this, but for now, they can just gather what's around. And eventually we'll switch all of them to a different job. So we're actually maxed out on workers right now, so if we want to do anything else, well, we can build 2 houses. That'll give us a few more workers. And the other way, of course, is to raise their happiness, which you do by providing them with food and such. But in order to plant a farm or anything, we're going to need quite a bit more money. Money's the one thing that we are the absolute lowest on. So let's see what gives us yellow coins, and let's work on our yellow coins a little bit. If I go into here, it'll give me a huge list of everything that I can sell. Now, can I build a well yet? I can. So the reason why I left one space in between the houses is water is one of the things that your people appreciate being supplied with. So by building these wells, we don't have pipes yet. That's what I need. Fluid pipes. We'll research fluid pipe, and those are built at a lumber mill. And they just need wood, which we're already getting. So we'll just add fluid pipes to there. And let's see. Instead of doing a worker, we'll just do this now so we don't have to worry about it later. 1, 2, up. It's sometimes easier to go off of the other one. When we drag it, we'll also have to set the correct recipe because there are multiple things coming out of this one building. There we go. Now once we get a few of those pipes in, we can start hooking up every one of these houses to the wells, which is just free money being generated. Gonna go path here. Oh, it's not path, it's pipes. There we go. Fluid pipe. And then if we want to go into a better view, if you can either press G, or there's this little like box grid layer system thing that you can go to, and it'll show you an underwater or underground view of your buildings. Now, the green ones are buildings that can accept a pipe going to it, basically. They're the ones that can accept water. So we have our lumber mill, which of course needs the water to make paper. It is able to accept it. However, it is right next to the river, so we don't need to build any pipes there. But we're going to run a pipe. We'll start with this one, and then we'll branch it off to each one of these houses. If we exit this view and go into here, we'll now see the house is fully supplied with water. And we're just going to do that to the rest of them. It will take a little bit. he does not have any wood coming in. Let's go ahead and start speeding up that wood production then. I'm going to run a conveyor belt from the forester here. Now if you want to add more output, you add more workers through the forester screen. And eventually I won't need most of these guys over here anymore. But for now, it is rather slow. Oh, I can't build any of these because I don't have any planks. Okay. Well, if you build too quickly run out of resources. So let's work on the pipe system for a little bit. Just hook up all the houses. Every time I hook up another house, you can see the money jumping up. Just a little bit, because they take a little bit to go through the water. But it will also increase the happiness, because every house will now have happiness just because they have water. Well, the ones that do have water, like this one. You only get one happiness from water, but you'd think it would be a little higher. I don't know. Having indoor plumbing for my entire life, I can only imagine how horrible it would be to not have indoor plumbing. And I think my happiness would be affected a little bit more than that, but that's okay. Like I said, it's free, except for the tiny bit of resources that you need to put into building the wells and the pipes. But you only need to do it once, and these will just generate coins forever now. And actually, I did that in a silly way. I'm going to show you a better way. Because right now, this well is only able to produce water for these four. But if we run it straight instead, and then you circuit it back, both wells will actually... Why is it going that way? I want to go up, not down. Both wells will be used. Well, actually... And then you can run that line off as well. You just got to pay attention to which direction the water is flowing in, because the water can't flow into itself. It's one of the few games like this that actually pays attention to pays attention to water flow. Now what in the world? Oh, they show you the connection above ground too. That's interesting. Those little white things are where the water is connected to. That's nice that it shows you this up above ground. I never noticed that before. Well, with all that playing around, our coins are all the way up to 1,000. So we can add more trees to our little forester here. And I want to take all of you people. We're going to drop off all of this stuff here. Anybody who doesn't have stuff, we're going to start gathering spare workers in one location. Pause it to make gathering your people a little easier. Just take all the idle ones. I like keeping them all in the same area, so easier access to them. Okay. We are short on planks. Let's work on that. We're going to increase the wood supply here. No, we can't because we need more planks. Of course. I'm going to turn off the fluid pipes for now. And I just need more planks, basically. And the problem is all of the planks are going into this workshop, and none of them are being delivered into here, which is where I need them. So we have 340 wheels. I'm going to go ahead and turn the wheels off. So once we max out on wheels, hopefully this will max out on planks, and then we can start getting some planks into our actual town center. But I'm going to increase plank production next, because that is a huge pain in the butt, not having any planks. Is he just using them all on the conveyors now? Oh, there we go. Okay, now we're filling up on planks. That's better. Let's get another person to drop them off here. And as soon as we can, we're going to automate the plank delivery to the warehouse. Oh, come on, give me one more plank and I can finish. There we go. Alright. I'm going to delete this one. And there we go. Now we're going to automatically bring planks. And we don't need to worry about... I know I have somebody doing it. Where are you? Is this... hard to see. There we go. Here you are. Drop them off. And then when you're done, head over to the group. She's doing the same thing, isn't she? So let's grab her. Alright. That should do with the planks. Yeah? Alright, let's turn the pipes back on then. Because I will need those, and I don't want to not have them when I do need them. Alright. Let's get these guys to work. Don't even tell me you don't have a route. I know you do. We'll at least just have them doing this. And we got ourselves a nice little town so far. We can unlock more, like farming and a tailor. Start doing boat building, coin boosters. I don't have any coins to spare right now, so I'm definitely not going to be doing coin boosters. I think it's unlock farming. Yeah, farm, the farm tile, and the animal pasture. we can really start boosting our villagers' happiness. But I think that'll do it for this stream of Factory Town. Let me know if you guys have any interest in me continuing this game, and we can maybe pick this up again next week. But for now, appreciate y'all watching, and I'll see you guys next time.